was delivered on time. So we measured them similar to what we measure the supplier themselves, like how effective they are in managing that vendor, right? But also, we also add a measurement to them on, let's say, the performance of the company. Because what their driver needs to do is so they have also a measurement on lowering inventory. We want them to be managing where the company doesn't have to lower the inventory. So they'll have an inventory, they need to keep the supply going while keeping the lowest number, the least amount of inventory. So they have an inventory management. They have a component which similar to the supplier, plus a component of their performance is on the company's overall financial performance. So I would say 50% is usually how good the company is doing. Because if they do a good job, the company will perform better on the financial side, on the OP, on the operating profit. So at least 50%, and then we would have an inventory component as well as a personal component based on their own product, and so it will be 25, and 50% on this is what normally companies do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have like cost-cutting targets? Like you want all of your strategic FTEs to cut 1% of cost a year?
Yeah, I mean, you actually in some years we would actually even more. Depends on how we can be more aggressive.
Okay. How about the evaluation of suppliers? Do you have like your FTEs rank all of your suppliers and then get rid of the last two or the bottom 10%?
Well, I don't know whether you do that because you have different suppliers for different things, right? So it's not like overall, but you would qualify it on a category by category. Where if you had 4 suppliers and so you would eliminate one of them, then you would just stick with 3 if one is here. And if 2 actually, if 2 is always, let's say you have 4 suppliers and 2 of them are always their delivery is not good, their quality is not good, that creates serious problems for you. So you would drop them off, like you would drop the lower 50% and they try to find alternates. So I don't think it's not the same where, like when you have employees or whatever, you have to kind of judge it by category and by, the kind of suppliers you have, right?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, as I mentioned earlier, you don't want to have 10 suppliers of the same part. You would only have maximum 3. Normally, you don't need more than 3 of them.
Okay. Now I want to pivot a little bit and look at VMI. Have you used VMI before?
Is it vendor management? Sorry?
Have you used vendor managed inventory before?
Yes.
What is kind of the target for the percentage of total spend that should be on vendor managed inventory?
Well, I mean, if it's not possible, but you need to maximize that. I mean, the goal is if you don't have to own it, they own it till you need it. It's all about cash.
Okay, so what percent?
Typically, in companies, you might want to target 50%.
50? 50.
Yeah, 50. I mean, from your raw material inventory. You're talking about raw material, you're not talking about finished inventory, right?
That is correct.
Yeah. So for a raw material, if you at least have maybe 50% of the raw material can be owned by your vendors, ready for you to order it when you need it, that would be, the target, at least.
Okay. And how do you work to identify